but it had the same impact. You won the ball game, and when you look at the totality, he was responsible for just as many points. And so I think that's the biggest thing. But also, Kevin Durant is walking a very, very fine line, Skip. That's my contemporary. If I say my contemporary is better than Jordan, where does that put me in that case? Because a lot of people say, well, Kevin Durant, you should be in that case. Skip, and this is my only point when it comes to GOAT conversation. And I've asked people, tell me the person that you would consider a GOAT that only has one regular season MVP in his or her sport. You can't do it. If you look at hockey, you look at baseball, you look at basketball, you look at any team sport, anybody that's been considered the GOAT, they have more than one regular season MVP. And I think that's why Kevin Durant does not get the credit that he deserves. Now, if it somehow he were to win another or two MVPs, because Skip, because he has two finals, two championships, and two finals MVPs. But Skip, this is so tough because they are. It's like trying to compare Tom Brady to Lamar Jackson. Lamar has an MVP, but Skip, they're so different. It's better if we compare Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady and a Peyton Manning, because their styles of what Tom Brady and Peyton Manning would be more because they basically did most of their damage. 95% of the damage was from the pocket. But when you compare Jordan and LeBron, they've been asked to do totally different things.
Shannon Sharpe,
yes.
Listen to yourself right now. Listen to the emotion in your voice. There is no subject that we do on this show that you get more fired up for, more emotional about than Jordan versus LeBron. Because you're all, okay, you're all LeBron all the time.
Yeah.
And you could do this, we do 10 topics a day. You could do 10 topics a day on this, and you would not get bored of it because it's the topic on this show and probably the topic on every show.
Barbershop.
So,
you
Kevin,
can't go into a barbershop.
Kevin Durant, just stop it. Just wake up and realize that your salary is paid by a lot of people who love this debate more than any other debate in all of sports. They love your league because they love to barbershop debate about, is it Jordan or is it LeBron?
Yeah.
Because the younger you are, you probably go a little LeBron. And if you're middle-aged or older, you probably go all, you don't even want, you're outraged over that this is even being discussed.
Right.
Because we got 10 scoring titles to 1 for LeBron.
Right.
And we got 6-0 in the finals with 6 MVPs in the finals. We can go on and on. I'm doing the debate because I live for the debate as you do.
Right.
And fortunately for this show, we are diametrically and authentically completely opposed on this question.
Yes.
And I'm offended that we even do the topic in the first place.
I'm offended you haven't come around to the realization that you've been witness to GOAT for 19 years and didn't even know it.
All I had to do was to let you see what happened during the Last Dance documentary, and that was it. Oh, yeah, they did. And it convinced even a lot of the younger viewers. They're like, uh-oh, I screwed up. Skip was right about this from the start.
But you know what? You know there's a documentary coming in about 15 years. The King has arrived.
Really?
Yeah!
Well, it's going to take him about 15 more years to arrive.
No,
because nobody's
We got this package. Okay? We got this package.
So back to Kevin. This is the difference between those days and this day. To your point, I wanted to hear Kevin say, you know what, I belong in that debate because he's starting to belong. He's got a long way to go, but he's still got a lot of career left.
Well, you got a short time to get there.
Okay, I'm hearing you, but I just say, I want to hear him say that. I don't want to hear him say, oh, lay off LeBron because he's my guy, and I want to stay kind of friendly with him, be friendly rivals. What does Kevin get maddest at me about? He'll tweet, I don't like you. It's when I pit Kevin versus LeBron, and I say, it's clear that Kevin, I'll do greater than signs like all the way down my Twitter page of KD over LBJ.
Right.
Well, he just, in my mind, he's way better. And then Kevin tries to shut me down. Don't do that because now you're going to, provoke him.
Yeah.
I don't want to invoke the wrath of the king.
Right.
I want to stay kind of friendly with him, even though in those 2 game threes in LeBron's house, Kevin got the best of him. Shot one right in his grill to turn around that game 3.
But the mere fact is, Skip, but if you think about it, when it comes to the debate, the only guy that really consistently is involved in the debate with Jordan is who? There's been no other player that's been consistently brought up in the debate, the GOAT conversation.
There are many who believe Kobe would be in that conversation. There are many more who believe that Kareem and Shaq should be in that conversation.
But Skip, we see how the bigs are never, because, well, they need a guard to get them the ball. So Shaq and Wilt and Kareem, the big guys, really going to never get the credit. But because Jordan is a guard, he can take the ball, dribble it up the court, do what he want to do with it. LeBron could take the ball, do what he wants to do with it. Those are the guys that normally get the lion's share of the credit. But for what I look at, LeBron's totality and what he was asked to do, think about it. 10,000, we're not even saying, forget 20,000, 10 and 10. We're saying 10.
Longevity. And in the end, you say everybody wants a scorer. No, they want a pure winner. And I'll take the cold-blooded assassin that was the original 23.
My guy got 10. My guy got 10 NBA Finals. He didn't win them all, but he's still going strong.
We can't stop comparing these two. It's just way too much.